Elementary Education and Sarvashiksha Abhiyan. Launched in 2001, Sarvashiksha Abhiyan is one of India's major flagship programs for universalization of elementary education. Its overall goals include universal access and retention, bridging of gender and social category gaps in elementary education, and achieving significant enhancement in learning levels of children. The Sarvashiksha Abhiyan is being implemented in partnership with the state governments and reaches out to 192 million children and 1.1 million habitations across the country. Sarvashiksha Abhiyan goals are enrollment of all children in school, education guarantee centers and alternative schools, retention of all children till the upper primary stage, bridging of gender and social category gaps in enrollment, retention and learning, and ensuring that there is significant enhancement in the learning achievement levels of children at the primary and upper primary stage. Provisions of the Right to Education Act are being implemented through the Sarvashiksha Abhiyan. Accordingly, norms have been revised or modified to align them with the requirement of the Right to Education Act of 2009. The central government has approved an outlay of Rs 2,31,233 crores for implementation of the combined Right to Education Sarvashiksha Abhiyan program for the 5-year period of 2011 to 2015. The annual requirement of funds for the combined Right to Education Sarvashiksha Abhiyan program will be approximately in the range of Rs 40,000 to Rs 49,000 crores, both for the central and the state governments. Under Sarvashiksha Abhiyan, India has not only been able to improve access to 99% of primary level, but has also been able to reduce out-of-school children to 3.4% of the age cohort of 6 to 14 years. Under this program, special focus is on girls, children belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe communities, other weaker sections, minorities, and urban deprived children. Education Guarantee Scheme and Alternative and Innovative Education are important components of Sarvashiksha Abhiyan to bring out-of-school children in the fold of elementary education. The scheme envisages that child-wise planning is undertaken for each out-of-school child. Under Education Guarantee Scheme, educational facilities are set up in habitations that do not have a primary school within a distance of 1 kilometer. Any habitation with 25 out-of-school children in the 6 to 14 age group, 15 in the case of hilly and desert areas and tribal hamlets, is eligible to have an Education Guarantee Scheme center. It is a transitory facility till primary schools replaces it within a period of 2 years. Alternative education interventions for specific categories of very deprived children, example child labor, street children, migrating children, working children, children living in difficult circumstances, and older children in the 9+ age group, especially adolescent girls, are being supported under Education Guarantee Scheme and Alternative and Innovative Education all over the country. A sizable number of out-of-school children are in the habitations where schooling facility is available, but these children either did not join the school or dropped out before completing their schooling. These children may not fit into the rigid formal system. To bring such children back to school, bridge course strategies have been implemented. These can be residential or non-residential depending upon the need of children. There is another very important component of Sarvashiksha Abhiyan, which is known as the National Program for Education of Girls at the Elementary Level Scheme. This scheme is a holistic effort to address obstacles to girls' education at the micro level through flexible, decentralized processes and decision making. It is implemented in educationally backward blocks and addresses the needs of girls who are enrolled in schools but do not attend schools regularly. Children become vulnerable to leaving school when they are not able to cope with the pace of learning in the class or feel neglected by the teachers or their peers in class. The scheme emphasizes the responsibility of teachers to recognize such girls and pay special attention to bring them out of their state of vulnerability and prevent them from dropping out. The scheme works through village-level women's and community groups to follow up girls' enrollment, attendance and achievement. The community is engaged in recommending village-specific action based on the understanding of local issues. As a part of this, there is one notable scheme known as Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya Scheme. Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya Scheme provides for setting up of residential upper primary schools for girls of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other backward communities and minority communities. The scheme targets areas of scattered habitations. The scheme provides for a minimum reservation of 75% seats for girls from scheduled caste, scheduled tribes or other backward castes and minority communities, and 25% to girls from families that are below the poverty line. Midday meal scheme is also one vital feature of the overall Sarvashiksha Abhiyan. With a view to enhancing enrollment, retention and attendance and simultaneously improving nutritional levels among children, the National Program of Nutritional Support to Primary Education was launched as a centrally sponsored scheme on 15th August 1995, initially in 2,408 blocks in the country. By the year 1998, the National Program of Nutritional Support to Primary Education was introduced in all blocks of the country. It was further extended in 2002 to cover not only children in class 1 to 5 of government-aided and local body schools, but also children studying in education guarantee schemes and alternative and innovative education centers. At present, it covers all children studying in class 1 to 8 in government-aided, local body, education guarantee scheme and alternative and innovative education centers, including madrasas and maktabs supported under Sarvashiksha Abhiyan. Central assistance under the scheme consisted of free supply of food grains at 100 grams per child per school day and a subsidy for transportation of food grains up to a maximum of ₹50 per quintal. The objective of the midday meal scheme is to address two of the pressing problems for majority of children in India, which are hunger and education. Improving nutritional status of children in classes 1 to 8 in government, local body and government-aided schools and education guarantee scheme and alternative and innovative education centers. Encouraging poor children belonging to disadvantaged sections to attend school more regularly and help them concentrate on classroom activities. Providing nutritional support to children of primary stages in drought-affected areas during summer vacations. Education guarantee scheme and alternative and innovative education midday meal schemes has been fairly well designed with all the possible monitoring rules, regulations and mechanisms. One of such mechanisms of transparency and monitoring is display of information under the Right to Information Act. In order to ensure that there is transparency and accountability, all schools and centers where the program is being implemented are required to display information suo motu. This includes information on quality of food grains received, date of receipt, quantity of food grains utilized, other ingredients purchased or utilized, number of children given midday meals, daily menu, and lastly, a roster of community members involved in the program. Inspections by state government officers are conducted on a regular basis. Officers of the state government or union territories belonging to the departments of revenue, rural development, education, and other related sectors such as women and child development, food, health are also required to inspect schools and centers where the program is being implemented. It has been recommended that 25% of primary schools, education guarantee schemes, and alternative and innovative education centers should be visited every quarter.